I'm at FTC 2024 and I'm talking to Ran Hinrichs from Norwich University in Vermont. Hi, Ran.
Hi, how you doing?
Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's
So
a pleasure
you
to be here.
Just presented a paper, didn't
I
you?
did.
And you just come out fresh from that. How did it go?
Well, I thought it was amazing. The amount of questions I got overwhelmed me in the sense as I wasn't prepared for all of those questions, but I had answers for them, so it was good.
Well, I've got another question for you. Can you tell us in brief what your paper was about?
Our paper is about innovating in cybersecurity education using artificial intelligence to do it. So what we do is we identify student competencies and we create content based upon those competencies.
Okay. And what are the practical applications for that?
Rapid acceleration into a job. So what we're trying to do is accelerate the 4-year degree to a 2-year degree to a 1-year degree.
What's the biggest challenge you faced in your research?
The biggest challenge that we face in our research is really identifying what competency is and how we measure competency. When we get into the workplace, there's a different perception about what they're expecting versus what we actually are training for. So that's the toughest thing, is to match what industry wants.
And how do you address those challenges?
By working more closely with industry.
Okay.
What we do is we send our students out into industry as soon as we possibly can, and we're putting them out there as, and it depends upon their level of expertise, but we're putting them out there as early as 6 months where they're actually engaged in cybersecurity activities in the company, working for the company.
So it's a close collaboration with
It's a very close collaboration with industry.
Right. So I've got some rapid fire questions for you.
Oh, good.
Are you ready for them?
I am.
Okay.
Shoot.
Which industry do you think will be most transformed by AI in the next 5 years?
Healthcare.
Hands down.
There's a lot of old people. Yeah. And there's a lot of innovation in drugs, in care. So I think that it'll have the widest impact and it'll have the most economic impact.
Yeah.
And then agriculture.
And the most positive.
Almost positive.
Okay. And then the next, agriculture.
Yeah, agriculture. Yes. The growing of food, the growing of healthy food, and the growing of more food for more people, so we have less starvation in the world.
You're positive about the effects of AI?
Absolutely positive about the effects of AI.
Oh, great. So do you think AI can ever become truly creative?
Oh, absolutely. If an elephant can become creative, so can AI. But AI is pretty ingenious. It's as ingenious as the person who uses it. So you talk back to AI and it'll get smarter. If you want it to be more creative, you be more creative. So it's a relationship. It's human intelligence and artificial intelligence, what I've heard one person describe as actual intelligence.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah. Okay, another quick rapid fire question for you. Privacy or innovation?
It's just having that conversation with some 22-year-olds. If you want to have AI really be an agent for you, you're going to have to be a little bit flexible on your privacy. Privacy is not a right. It's not in our American Constitution, which is surprising to everybody. But if you want the technology to really help you, to really recommend what you need, I think you're going to have to get used to being exposed on the internet. And what do you have anyway that anyone would want to steal? You're not Bill Gates. You're not Elon Musk. So, and I'm not saying that you have to give up your privacy. I'm just saying you're going to have to share your privacy and own it.
Okay. Some of your privacy, not all of it.
No, not all of it at all.
Okay. And how did the 22-year-olds react? Are they quite easy about giving away that?
They're very easy about giving it away. They don't think about it hardly at all. They understand that, like, if you got mugged in the city, you'd probably walk more carefully where you go in the city. If you get mugged by a cybersecurity threat, you'll probably be a little bit more concerned about privacy, but you don't see it as much. You don't see it in the small scale. You see it in the large scale with banks and infrastructure.
What role do you think governments should play in overseeing AI?
Well, I believe that...
Or do they have a role at all?
Well, the government's responsibility is security and protection of the individual. So yes, they should have some kind of role in it. However, they really need to understand what ethics are, AI ethics, which is the field that I'm getting my PhD in right now. And that has to be understood. But the government definitely needs to be there.
Okay. And which country do you think right now is leading the way in AI?
Well, we know China's leading the way in AI. And in fact, one of my colleagues from Microsoft Research, Kai-Fu Lee, is the head of the AI project in China, and he's creating as many billionaires in AI as he can. And with that kind of incentive, but when you have now Elon Musk and Vivek at the helm, you're going to see some enormous innovation here in America. And then I think Europe will be right behind. We work together as partners at all time.
Close behind or far behind?
Yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes the Americans innovate, sometimes the British innovate, but I think that we'll collaborate.
Okay.
That'll work more effectively.
Well, that's what this conference is about, getting people together.
It is.
Obviously collaborating together. How are you liking the conference so far?
I'm loving it. I'm meeting people from all over the world, and it's amazing how many people speak English all over the world.
Yeah.
It is a dominant language, but a lot of very innovative thinkers, a lot of new ideas, a lot of application rather than theory. It's really great.
Yes. Fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Any particular speaker or presentation that you heard that really struck a chord with you?
I just had one. I couldn't tell you her name, and I couldn't tell you a presentation. It was the woman right before me, but she was looking at the efficacy of the chatbots with respect to how well they interpret language. And one of the interesting comments that came up about that is the research that you conducted 6 months ago is now out of date, right? Because the chatbots can do better now than what you're saying they couldn't do. So watching that comment that Stephen made this morning about paradigm shifting at an accelerated rate is essentially proven in the talk that I just saw.
Right.
That's been one of the most interesting.
Oh, fascinating. Any topics you'd like to see added to next year's agenda?
You know, I'd like to see more practical uses of technology. I'd actually like to see technology. If you go to an electronics conference in Las Vegas, you see tons of stuff.
Okay.
Right? It would be nice.
Let's look under the hood.
If we're talking robots, we should have some robots here. So anything to do with robots, and I'd like to make sure that people understand the difference between what a robot really is and the machine that's just been advanced a little bit by a software program. So definitely robotics.
In a nutshell, what's that difference for you?
Humanism and how it serves us. I've always been fascinated in looking at technology, that almost all technology that we create is designed to help us communicate. So we want to see technology that improves our communication and helps us have better relationships.
And will you be coming back to the conference next year?
Oh, you know I'll be coming back to the conference next year.
Fantastic. I hope you do. And will you be going on the bus tour tonight?
I'm definitely going on the bus tour, and my son, who came with me for his first time in Europe, is very excited about it.
Well, enjoy your tour of London.
Well, it was a
Lovely
pleasure
talking to
talking
you.
to you. Thank you very much.